Hello everybody! Guess what? Ash is going to die to a gank in the bottom lane as we are in another ranked game. 4 minutes in, first kill for the blue team here. As we see Ezreal, Alistar in the bottom lane, Shogath in mid lane, Eve in the jungle, and Irelia on top lane. Shogath about to get ganked here as the spear misses. From the red team, Garen in top lane, Fitz in mid, Nidalee in jungle, and Ashe Flash on the bottom lane. 1 kill to 2 as Fitz and Shogath are battling it out here. Really a Garen. Interesting, Garen not too often picked in the top lane. See how this matchup works for him. Started with Ruby Crystal and boots as he tries to put down some damage on Irelia, but wow, return damage there as well. In the bottom lane, quite even in farm. Ezreal decided to go for a pickaxe as his first item instead of a tier, but I think he wants to pick it up as his next item with the Fairy Charm. Interesting. Might be afraid that he cannot compete with Ashe's damage and will fall too far behind if he didn't pick up that pickaxe as his first item, as Irelia and Garen still fighting it out. Garen not level 6 yet, only halfway, as Evelyn comes in there for the gank and offensive flash, securing the kill there for Irelia. Well played, and also Shogath and Fitz going head to head. Shogath able to fall back to his turret. Whereas Nidalee finally comes up to the top lane, picking up some of the farm, defending the turret. Irelia and Evelyn both backing away. And Irelia going for the double Doran's Blade. There. As well, mid lane now level 6, and Shogath actually forced to flash away there. Used Feast already, barely escaping Fitz with his damage. On the bot lane we see an engage. Ezreal pretty low, but now Evelyn again there with the perfect timing, looking to pick up Ashe and will succeed. Picking up her first kill while Thresh is able to walk away. Ezreal went pretty low on that engage. Actually forced to use heal there to stay alive. Now wild pings going down on Dragon, but Nidalee's there. Fitz and Ashe back in base. So there might have been an opportunity, but blue team wisely decides to back away. Also, both top laners have teleport if needed. Garen now also level 6. Might be able to return some pressure there. Going with Balmy Cinder as his first item. Wise choice there to burn down Irelia a bit, as both champions are melee. And with this passive, few pots should be able to sustain in the lane, but starts falling behind in farm. Irelia now starting to get stronger and zone him away quite a bit. Ezreal now completed his tier, starting to stack that one up. CS quite even there. Shogath, even though he got low earlier, also has a 10 CS lead now over Fitz, as we see both junglers again roaming towards the top lane. Garen actually playing with Smite, wow, didn't recognize that earlier. So he's going for the challenging Smite, but Eve is there again already, and Nidalee too far away, and wow, flash used there by Irelia, as Eve actually will secure the kill. And now Nidalee again late to the party. Misses the spear on Evelyn, but will stay back anyway. It's in the bot lane. Ezreal and Alistar getting zoned there a bit. See the engage. Box is used, and now the lantern for Ashe to follow up, but she decides not to. While this was happening, Nidalee got pretty low there. Misses the spear. And had to use Flash to escape Evelyn and Irelia. Now Evelyn looking for something more in the jungle, but will only find a full health Garen, who's now charging back in his lane. Nice Ashe. Wow, nice interrupt from the back foot there by Alistar, but they're still on the back foot in that lane. It's a heavy farm lane, I mean, Ashe and Ezreal, both not the strongest of early games, especially with that tier build from Ezreal. I mean, puts down a bit of poke, but nothing the other AD carry could not sustain through. The mid lane, Cho'Gath, still with a nice lead. No, actually missed some CS there with his knock-up, but with the catalyst also able to sustain quite a lot. So we see Nidalee moving in there in the bottom lane. Crystal Arrow is there, and now the hook lands onto Alistar. Ultimate used immediately. Now he's tanking so much, no way they can pick that one up. Ezreal using his ultimate to return some of the poke. Crystal Arrow not used by Ashe there. So she realized that they won't be able to return the damage anyway, and now Evelyn's there. Actually will not be spotted, and that's a bit dangerous there as Nidalee already moving towards the mid lane here, trying to get some damage down onto Cho'Gath, but spear misses. And now she goes in anyway, but that Cho'Gath quite beefy, and here comes Evelyn again, immediately engaging. Nidalee looking for the return kill, but not be able to put on the damage in time, and that's a sad cat. And a pretty happy Cho'Gath monster getting away with his life. Irelia in the top lane meanwhile. Getting a nice CS lead over Garen finally, who now has his challenging smite completed. But has a tough time against Irelia, who is one level ahead of him. Yeah, half a level ahead of him. And can constantly farm there. Evelyn having much more map pressure with already 3 kills on the board. Nidalee always a bit late. As Fitz going in on Cho'Gath once more, but Cho'Gath now has Rod of Ages completed. Shark actually used, followed up by immediate silence, and here comes the Thresh Home, forcing the flash out of Cho'Gath, but he has a long way home, and yeah, Fitz says, that's my river there. And Cho'Gath goes down, Fitz picking up his first kill, but here comes Evelyn again. The roam together with Alistar. Alistar gets spotted by the ward, placed down by Thresh. And the 280 carries. Ezreal evening out the farm over the course of this roam of Thresh. As the hook misses. And 30 minutes in the game, blue team has a 1.5k gold lead. That's not too much. No turrets down so far. But Garen forced to camp under his turret there. Irelia ruling on that top line, even with the smite. Not able to duel here. So Evelyn again looking for a gank in the bottom lane. Nidalee now back to base, so it is a 3v2 as well. Flash engage from Alistar, immediately answered by the flash by Thresh, and now, wow, Thresh having nearly nothing on health, but Evelyn's not done. Flashing aggressively to might pick up a double kill, but nice hook from Thresh. Wow, taking her down, but Ezreal and Alistar are still there, so that's a 2v1 under the turret for the blue team, and they come out ahead. As Ashe now has enough money to complete her Infinity Edge. Ezreal also sitting on 1000 gold. As Garen's there, Nidalee finally looking for a Gant, and that's Irelia in a bad spot. She trying to escape Q on a minion. That put her quite back, and she has the flash, but it's not enough. Cat taking her down in the end together with the Garen ultimate. Cho'Gath now roaming top, but yeah, gauging in 2v1. I don't know if that's the best thing. Alistar there with a nice knock-up and feast. Alistar actually getting that kill. Garen forced to back away. Wow, nice burst there from Cho'Gath. So focus on the right target. Evelyn also roaming all the way up there. As Alistar is not done bullying around Garen quite a bit here. But that means that Fitz was able to push that middle lane. Now looking for Cho'Gath, won't find him as he takes the long way back, and also Ezreal losing out as 1v2, losing quite some health from his turret there. As Ashe looking to bounce the wave. Now goes back for a bit of poke, but Alistar and Evelyn still not done. They're set up their tent there in the jungle. Now 3 members trying to force them away, putting down quite some damage. Cho'Gath comes in, and here comes Irelia. Roaming around Cho'Gath, looking for the cat, but he's now pretty low, and Alistar backing away. That's finally a kill. Irelia not staying there to support her mid laner, just taking his farm instead. Talking about team play, that's a bit sad. And with Alistar staying in that jungle without gaining anything, they lost the first turret of the game in the bottom lane to Ashe and Thresh 70 minutes into the game. That allows the red team to maybe put down some dragon pressure, but it's hard with Evelyn if you don't know where she is. I have to look how they decide to play the map as Thresh and Ashe return to the bottom lane first. No, Alistar doesn't spot. No, he spotted the pink ward. I was about to say. Might wanna clear that out for Evelyn. Cho'Gath. Fitz got back in farm. No, still only 10 CS behind. Cho'Gath is going for a full AP build. And Ezreal looking towards Trinity Force as his second item, I guess. Or maybe it's a blue Ezreal with the cooldown boots. Could also go for the Frozen Fist item to create that slow field and kite around a bit more. Thresh now clearing the pink ward. And again, Evelyn roaming towards the bottom lane, but Nidalee already sitting there. Now gets immediately spotted by a ward, and Thresh hook misses as Ezreal jumps away in the mid lane. Fitz trying to put down some damage on a giant Cho'Gath. Wow! Gets the flash out as Cho'Gath forced to dodge the shark. And Evelyn still waiting down here. And wow, flash from Alistar, but missed the pulverize there. That's bad. Now looking for maybe a bit of a roam instead. Garen again in trouble. Now going to buy a Warmock's armor as his next item. Going to be for a lot of HP there. It might actually be hard for Ezreal to get him down later on. But they have the Cho'Gath true damage. So now both junglers engage. Evelynn is visible and Thresh in a bad spot, forced to put down the box. Now nice hook onto Evelynn, but she immediately re-engages. Now it's a 4v3 with Ash Arrow coming in, stunning up Cho'Gath, but that's not your target you want. And Irelia picking up her first kill, looking for the second. Or she decides to back away. Now Fitz not done and gets the kill with the help of his team members. And Irelia going back in, picking up one, but then goes down 2 Fitz. Now Alistar's the only one left alive here in the mid lane. Trading turret for turret as Ezreal stayed in the bottom lane there, picking up one turret for him. And overall, better for the red team to pick up and now actually get the gold lead. Even though they're 1 kill behind, but picking up that turret helped them quite a lot. Nidalee also going for a full AP build there. Now Trinity Force completed for Irelia and Iceborne Gauntlet, that's the name of the item. Actually picked up by Ezreal, so he's going for that blue Ezreal build. That was popular like 3 years ago, but maybe he can make it work against Ashe. Thinking, well, if my opponent has a bit slow, I might as well pick up some to even the odds. Now pings towards the top lane, Irelia constantly pushing. Fitz and Nidalee looking for the gank here. 3v2 as they engage onto Irelia. She doesn't have flash and now forced to run in the jungle as the shark misses. Now Jace is on, but while she's distracting 3 members here for quite a lot of time before she gets taken down, immediate response there by the blue team, taking a dragon for a kill. Nice cross map objective there for them. Nidalee, bit late to the party, but with Irelia down, they might have to send someone top there. Garen starts to push and Fitz looking for a little bit of win weight, but Alistar with his ultimate not too worried there. And now there's the turret pressure we're talking about. Fitz also assisting them, and now Cho'Gath actually in a bad spot as Shark hits him, and wow, that's a lot of damage from the Demacian Justice. No, I don't think that's what it's called. Oh, it's called Demacian Justice. Wow, good guess there. They take a turret for their efforts. Blue team bit late to respond there. Alistar now looking for the engage. It's a 3v2 and Fitz getting really low, is ignited, gets shot down by Alistar. And now Garen trying to spin away, but the chase is on. Now Thresh there gives him the lantern and Garen safely escapes. Ezreal rotated in mid lane with the bot lane turret down, trying to take down mid lane outer turret there. It's already pretty low. Should be easy for him as soon as he pushed up the wave. Only Nidalee there. She doesn't have the best of wave clear. And yeah, turret actually goes down, while Evelynn decided to stay there in the top lane. That turret pretty low as well, so She's just going to finish that one off. Evelyn a bit late to react there, allowing Garen to get away as in the mid lane. So now Garen goes down. In the mid lane, we saw Cho'Gath getting taken out as well by the red team. Nice response kill there. But they lost another turret. Now all 3 other turrets down for both teams. 24 minutes in the game. And Fitz is looking for Ezreal. Now immediately engages, hits the shark, and wow, that's the burst we're talking about. No way you kite that slippery fish. And he picks up his 5th kill of the game. Wow, getting pretty huge there. Might complete Sonya's as his next item, maybe? Yeah, no, pick that one up. And Ezreal, now with the Muramana, going for a Blade of the Ruined King next, I guess. So 1k gold only, the difference between those 2 teams. As we reach... yeah, the early late game there. Ash looking towards his second item, bought a bit of everything. I think she'll go for the Phantom Dancer next. With that attack speed, also built a Vampiric Scepter to sustain a bit more as well. Alistar looking for the engage, running up the lane. And now Irelia going in there. Ezreal ultimate for the damage as Ashe actually gets taken out without even using the Crystal Arrow, and Thresh is in a lot of trouble. Will get taken down by Irelia. And whoo, that spear hurt a lot, but no way the red team could follow up on it. As Nidalee forced to watch her turret go down, but here comes Garen and he wants blood or a Cho'Gath or not. Decides to back away. That was a bit optimistic there to charge in. And Pink's actually going down on Baron. Wow, that's a bold call. Might look for a bait here and immediately stun up on Garen, but he's the tankiest member. Will put down quite some damage, but then gets deleted. His team not able to follow that one up. And Alistar tanking the spear there before moving back, as the blue team actually has to deal with the side wave, getting them back in control. The remaining members are now a bit in trouble. Irelia overstayed her welcome, gets taken down by Ashe. That's her 2nd kill. And Cho'Gath walks away, looking for a safe spot to recall, will not be spotted. And Ezreal shooting his ultimate to clear out that bottom lane wave a bit. Was quite some damage to the turret done otherwise, so Cho'Gath walking down there, clearing the wave, pushing in their advantage a bit again. And Drake respawning in 30 seconds, 2nd Drake of the game. Alistar there first to put down a ward, but Fitz and Thresh already grouping. And might now take the Scuttler Crab for some control. Garen in the top lane has teleport, so has Irelia. So that could be a full 5v5 team fight if the teams decide to commit to it. Now Fitz taking the lantern away as he got closed in by Cho'Gath and Alistar there a bit. Garen roaming down, and they're all grouping up there a bit now. Red team not having too much vision of the blue team right now, as Box is forced there by Cho'Gath. And now Cho'Gath trying to kite while the blue team takes the dragon, actually secures it. Arrow far too late, and now here comes the team fight. Garen jumping in on everyone, but Shark only hits Alistar as Ashe picks up 1 kill. So does Ezreal. Now Irelia is not done, flashing forward onto Ashe. Fits with the re-engage onto Ezreal. as Ashe gets eaten by a big Cho'Gath. Irelia goes down to Nidalee and she's not done now. Cho'Gath in a very bad spot, goes down to the fish as well. Overall a 2-4-4 as the blue team secured Dragon, but lost a team fight afterwards. Dead even in gold though. As the blue team still with the turret lead. Nidalee looking to clear out the jungle instead of going for some turret pressure. Alistair and Evelyn already respawned. Now might as well get the blue buff. Deny that from Cho'Gath or Ezreal. That's pretty nice. Also Nidalee with the blue buff is a very happy cat. As Evelyn will only find a Grump in her jungle. Now farm overall in the top lane in favor of Irelia and in the mid lane in favor of Cho'Gath. That's why the gold is still dead even. Now Evelyn looking for a bit of damage, but Garen quickly takes the lantern away. Now picked up Spirit Visage for his third item. Has quite a lot of health regen with that build. As well, hook onto Alistair forces him to use his ultimate. Now everyone playing in mid lane again. Looking for some ARAM tower pushing power. As the side waves are controlled by the red team, so they're quite happy to play that game for a bit. And with the Nidalee poke also, together with Ashe. But now Ashe gets caught, immediate flash by Cho'Gath, but it's not enough to take her out. Irelia ultimate will, but Cho'Gath went down as well, and now everybody's low on the red team. Nidalee doing what she can with the heals and jumping back in for a kill, but now everybody's low and forced to get away as Garen is low. Fitz, and now nice hook onto Evelyn. And Nidalee jumping back in and yeah, call them lucky, but everybody survived with nothing while they secured the ace here on the red team. That was such a close fight, could have gone either way. Yeah, if only Ezreal got to use his true shot barrage there, but he got taken down instantly in that fight. Now that's an inhibitor turret and an inner turret gun for the blue team. 32 minutes in the game now. Was Nidalee picked up some more farm for her. She has so much more farm than Evelyn. It's actually huge. What's the difference there? We're talking about a 2,500 gold difference here between the junglers. Nidalee also having 9 kills. Well, Evelyn had a very good early game presence. Nidalee was always late. Now with the poke and a constant grouping of both teams comes out quite ahead here. As Ashe and Garen fighting over some farm here in the top lane. Leaving Irelia up to push here. Baron gets pinged, but blue team also has to be a bit worried about their exposed inhibitor. They can't afford to get out-rotated there by the red team. As Garen comes there, both top laners have teleport. Not that many teleports seen there in the game as well. Alistair is in a pretty bad spot. Might pay for with his life here, and he does as Fitz jumps back in. Ultimate from Ashe misses, but Fitz lands, might have enough to take Evelyn down, and he does. Now that's 4 members trying to pick up that inhibitor. Ezreal and Cho'Gath cannot do anything against it. And Irelia only getting an inner turret for that. in the bottom lane. Pinks now go down on Baron. Blue team quite worried that the 4 members of the red team there might start it, clearing out some vision first, and now it will actually get started. Nidalee jumping in, and the blue team not able to respond in time as the Sparring goes down so fast, gets picked up. Cho'Gath a bit late, and now he has to worry, eats a spear but dodges the fish this time and is able to walk away. But that's a discrepancy of 7,000 gold now. And also 25 kills to 18. Nidalee and Fitz being pretty huge. And Irelia, well, if she's not there in a fight, she's not able to do anything. Now, nice answer there by Evelyn. So everybody from the red team was forced to back away. She picked up the 3rd dragon of the game for the blue team. So 5th dragon, yeah, might become a possibility in 12 minutes, but I'm not sure if the game lasts that long. See if the blue team can put up a pretty nice defense, but that's Cho'Gath dead. And Fitz with the Sonyas dodging the Ezreal 2-shot barrage, and that's some turret pressure. Ezreal is not able to negate as the top lane turret goes down to Fitz and Nidalee. Irelia again looking for the split push there, but Garen able to hold her in check, and now Fitz going for the turret dive as the Ashe ultimate misses. But doesn't matter because Ashe still able to attack that turret, now takes it down. That's the 2nd inhibitor exposed and quickly picked up as well, as Garen now decides to teleport in. Immediately engages onto Ezreal, forcing him to back away. And that's the inhibitor taken down. Now blue team looking for an angle, doesn't quite find it, as Cho'Gath is forced to flash away, and wow, that shark damaged so many people, allowing Nidalee to pick up a double kill. Might look for more here as everybody's low. And the red team looking to close out the game as Nidalee is forced to flash away. But Ezreal is not as lucky as Fitz takes him down. Now Cho'Gath and Alistar do not have the means to defend their nexus, and is getting chunked out. And 37 minutes into the game, we have the red team as the winner of this matchup, with a very impressive jungle Nidalee, and also Fitz in the mid lane. GG, well played, see you next time.